Imagine living in a floating city where you can enjoy the sun, the sea, and the breeze all year round. A city that is high-tech, self-sustaining, and resilient to natural disasters. A city that offers a solution to the looming threat of sea level rise caused by climate change. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if this dream turns into a nightmare? What if these floating cities fail to deliver on their promises? What if they become more of a problem than a solution? In this video, we are going to explore the reality and the hoax of floating cities, and whether they are the future or just a fantasy. Let's fast forward 60 years to the year 2084, where climate change has persisted and sea levels have risen by more than a meter. We are going to visit Dogen City, one of the first floating cities ever built. Dogen City was designed for 40,000 inhabitants, and it features a unique habitation ring shaped like a ship. The ring is supposed to protect the city from storms, waves, and tsunamis, while also providing a spacious and comfortable living environment. However, Dogen City is facing some serious challenges. The maintenance costs are skyrocketing, the population is declining, and the environmental impact is questionable. Dogen City is not the only floating city project in the world. There are many other proposals, some more realistic than others. For example, there is Pangios, a luxury cruise-like city for 60,000 people that claims to offer a 5-star lifestyle on the water. There is Lilypad, a conceptual design from 2011 that never materialized, that resembles a giant water lily with a central lagoon. And there is Oxagon, a potential megastructure within the NEOM project, backed by an authoritarian regime that aims to create a futuristic city in the shape of an octagon. These projects have one thing in common. They require massive initial investments, and they face criticism for their feasibility. Many experts doubt that these floating cities can withstand the harsh conditions of the ocean, such as corrosion, erosion, and biofouling. But not all floating city proposals are so extravagant and controversial. Some are more modest and realistic, such as the Maldives floating city. The Maldives is one of the most vulnerable countries to sea level rise, as most of its islands are less than a meter above sea level. The Maldives floating city proposal differs from the others by using smaller, modular units that can be anchored to the seabed. The units can be arranged in different configurations and can be easily added or removed as needed. The Maldives floating city incorporates tested technology from the Netherlands, a country with a long history of water management and engineering. The project aims for completion by 2027. And it has a strong emphasis on sustainability, artificial reefs, and integration with the local lifestyle. The project hopes to attract both locals and foreigners, and to provide a model for other low-lying countries facing the same challenges. One of the most promising and realistic floating city projects is the OCEANIX floating city prototype, planned in Busan, South Korea. The project was initially proposed as part of the bid for the World Expo 2030, but despite losing the bid, South Korea remains committed to the project. The project is also supported by the United Nations as part of its initiative to promote sustainable urban development. The OCEANIX floating city is designed to accommodate 10,000 people, and it is based on a modular, scalable design. The city consists of hexagonal platforms, each measuring 200 meters in diameter, that can be connected to form larger clusters. Each cluster can host up to 300 people, and 6 clusters can form a village of 1,800 people. The city can grow organically by adding more platforms and clusters as needed. The city is also designed to be self-sustaining, using renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and wave power, and producing its own food, water, and waste management. The city incorporates urban planning principles such as mixed-use spaces, walkability, and community engagement. The city also aims to enhance the marine environment by creating artificial reefs, restoring biodiversity, and promoting aquaculture. The OCEANIX Floating City project is one of the most advanced and credible floating city projects in the world, and it could potentially become a reality shortly. However, the project still faces some challenges, such as the cost, the technological complexity, and the need for private funding. The project also raises some doubts about the feasibility of housing climate refugees in such cities, as the demand may far exceed the supply, and the accessibility may be limited by legal and financial barriers. The OCEANIX Floating City project illustrates both the potential and the limitations of floating cities as a response to sea level rise. What do you think of floating cities? Do you think they are the future or just a fantasy? Do you think they are a solution or a problem? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on the most fascinating and ambitious mega projects around the world. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.